All right, guys, we're going to look at a very interesting transfer going to LSU. He is from Watkinsville, Georgia, the same hometown as actually Brad Johnson and his kids. I believe it's like Lake Oconee High School there. I know that Zach Mettenberger, I believe, like grew up in this similar place. But I think it's like both Jake Johnson and Max Johnson, I believe, might have played at this exact high school in Watkinsville. So West Weeks, all right, is the guy. And, I think he'll be a fan favorite, because this kid's an aggressive tackler and this kid is an incredible, incredible athlete. I mean, this is a guy that I think you're going to see him in motion right here. He's going to run right down the middle. No, he's actually the quarterback, so he did it all at Watkinsville, and he chose to actually play for his dad's alma mater is the University of Georgia, but he decided to actually play at Virginia with Bronco Mendenhall, and then when Mendenhall ended up retiring, that's when Wes Weeks decided that he was going to go to LSU. So right here, what Wes does so well is like he sniffs this play out, and you saw at Arkansas, like some of the guys, like whether it's like Hayden Henry, who hits really hard and who's really fast. Bumper Pool, I would say, is more of a big hitter. But, our Bumper Pool, I just think that this guy is just incredibly fast and he'll hit you. And, he's aggressive. He's going to play aggressive. He's going to let you feel him with his play. And, this kid's a stud. You look at Tanner Muse, who played at Clemson, who was a safety, again, a real athlete that the Las Vegas Raiders tried to make into a tight end. And it's kind of similar here with like a Wes Weeks, who just comes over and blows plays up. And I think you put him at like the weak side, I guess. I mean, I don't know if you'd have him at the Mike linebacker spot, but this kid could just sniff out plays, and he's just so fast off of the edge. Like, I'd be blitzing him. Like, I think that this kid's a great transfer. I think it's a great, great get for LSU. I think he will bring, some nastiness to this defense, and I think that he's like a really, really terrific athlete. Like, will he need to put on size? Sure. He might be able to get blocked at LSU. But again, this is a guy who, played at Virginia, and he just offers so much skill. I mean, you can easily put him on special teams. You can easily send him off the edge. And I think that he's a starter on this defense. I really do, and I think that this is a great spot for Wes Weeks. I think he's a tremendous athlete. I mean, what you see on this tape is explosiveness. You see explosiveness and you see a nasty tackler, and that's what Wes Weeks is. And you see a versatile football player. You see a guy who's an incredible athlete who does it all at his high school, whose acceleration is just next level. And from a defensive perspective, like, I cannot wait. Like, look at Wes Weeks here catching the football. I cannot wait to see Wes Weeks play football at LSU. This kid is just so fast. Like, you look at Stone Blanton, who's a linebacker going to South Carolina. Stone Blanton, is just a harder hitter than Wes Weeks. But Wes Weeks can go, like, sideline to sideline on you. All right? And he's not the longest kid. Like, there's guys who are 6'4" that are longer than Wes Weeks. Wes Weeks is kind of undersized, which is, is he going to play at the pro level? Like, maybe, like Casey Matthews or one of the Matthews. So, but in terms of being a productive linebacker in the SEC for LSU, like, I think he has that a potential. All right, this is why this kid is a very exciting get. I mean, this kid is a real athlete. All right, this kid plays aggressive style downhill football, nasty football, and he just finishes plays like. And I really like what Wes Weeks is going to bring to this defense. He's going to be fast. All right, he is going to be undersized. So again, will he be able to beef up, the necessary amount? But I want him to be a starter, and I can't wait to see what will happen. He might need experience with covering people. Just because you're fast doesn't mean that laterally you're moving side to side and you have great instincts with coverage, but he certainly has the athletic ability to play coverage because he isn't just a thumper. He's a guy who can really run, and I like Wes Weeks a lot. And this is a very exciting transfer for LSU.